Jannik Sinner ensured he would end the season top of the ATP rankings during his run to the Shanghai Masters last week. Here, we look at the 9 times players have missed out on the ATP year-end no-one ranking after winning 2 Grand Slam tie in a season. Guillermo Vilas, who peaked at a career high of no 2 in the ATP rankings, won an incredible 16 tournaments in 1977, including the French Open and the US Open. Jimmy Connors beat the Argentine to the year-end world no-one position despite not securing a major, with the American winning 8 titles and finishing as a runner-up at Wimbledon and the US Open. Bjorn Borg's 8 titles in 1978, which include the French Open and Wimbledon, were not enough to see him finish the season on top of the rankings. Connors again finished no one ahead of a player who won 2 Grand Slams in the season, having won the US Open and 10 titles in total. In 1982, Connors claimed the Wimbledon and US Open crowns, as well as 5 other titles, but his rival John McEnroe was the ATP year-end no-one. McEnroe did not win a Grand Slam title in 1982, but he triumphed at 5 tournaments and was a runner-up at Wimbledon. Boris Becker's all 5 titles at the US and 9 featured victories at Wimbledon and the US Open, but the German finished the season second behind Ivan Lendl. Lendl won 10 tournaments that year, the first of which was the Australian Open, while he was also a finalist at the US Open. Novak Djokovic was beaten to the 2016 year-end no-one ranking by Andy Murray, despite winning 7 titles, including the Australian Open and French Open. Wimbledon was one of 8 tournaments Murray won that offered ranking points, while the Brit was a runner-up at the Australian Open and Roland Garros. In 2019, Djokovic hauled 5 titles, including the Australian Open and Wimbledon, could not stop Rafael Nadal from ending the year in top spot